Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate that. We have this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot reading. Pick a number now between 1 and 5. I'll do a Psychic Tarot interpretation for you. Thank you very much. All right, let's go to the main board now. Here we go. And you've got your number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can have more than one number. Okay, so I like to have a little vision first. And I'm closing my eyes for number 1. There's a purse here with a whole lot of change falling out. That's pretty archetypal type vision I'm having there. It's about your identity and change coming around your identity and the way that you appear to the world. It could also be your appearance. You might be thinking about, having a haircut or something done to your hair, or new clothes or new makeup, whatever, maybe for Christmas coming up. Let's have a look. Number 1. Number 1. What do I see? Anything else? Yeah, doors closing to the past. That's a good thing because New Year's just around the corner. The card that comes up is the 2 of Cups. It's all about healing. The snakes here, symbols of healing. It could be that there's somebody new in your life, or somebody whose ideas are sort of infiltrating your thinking, but it's like a coming together. It's like unification, completion, and the angels are watching out over this. Ultimately, it's a very beneficial thing. It's an everyday card, however, all of these small little things, they certainly do add up. Number 2, what do I see for you? Number 2, down at the ocean, again, it's lovely. And there's a woman here with a chain around her wrist, just here. It's so loose, it just falls off. I guess the thing to consider is, do you have some sort of circumstance you're not happy with that feels a bit restrictive, but you just can't be bothered to do anything about it? Or maybe you're comfortable with what you know, better the devil you know than the one you don't. Okay, something to consider there. Number 2. Okay, let's go with that one. The Hermit card. This came out on Facebook this morning. It's all about, obviously, you taking time out, being by yourself, so you can think over everything that's happened recently. This is a major arcana card. If you can get some time out to think and to be, just still your brain, you can actually change the direction of your life. So this is time out away from other people. It's also time out away from devices. You'll see the wolf dog here. That's about learning and studying and perhaps teaching. You might discover something if you have time out that you could teach other people. Then you'll see they're both on a mountain. So it's a bit of a challenge to get the time. It's a bit of a challenge to sit there and just be without thoughts in your mind. Maybe a bit of a challenge to meditate on whatever is coming up and letting it go. Okay, but a very necessary challenge. And then you can be the light to the world that needs you so badly to step up into that role. Number 3, the stars in the sky, meteorites flashing across the sky. I can see it's nighttime, and there's 3 or 4 of them, but they're sort of like a hopeful sign. It's a bit like the stars. Yes, sometimes they can bring disaster, that's true, but these are not coming down to earth. They're flashing across the sky, and it's like they're in the top part of our atmosphere, and they're just skimming across and going out. So they're not going to crash down to earth. They're sort of going across and they're just burning up, so they won't cause any destruction, these ones, I can see. But it's like a message from the universe. Maybe, go outside and have a look and see tonight if you can see any meteorites. Or maybe you'll see Elon Musk's satellites. We certainly do see them. They're usually in a line. Okay, when you see them, you might see 3 or 4 in a line. The card that comes up for you, number 3, is 3 just fell out. I'm not going to read 3, but I'm going to read this one on top. 2 of Pentacles, all about the money, honey. Traditionally, this card is neither negative or positive. It's just saying that money is your focus, you're organising your money. But because of there's so much green, I always think it's a good thing to get organised, and having an organised money supply can actually mean that, you know, you can get into the right frame of mind to organise more money to come in. But yeah, looking at funds this week, your money supply, where it's going, and how you're getting it, basically. Number four, what do I see for you? There's a Maori woman here with the facial tattoos that I can see. So Maori, of course, come from New Zealand, and there are a lot of Maori and New Zealanders in Australia, actually. I think it might be a million or something like that. It's some incredible amount, like 20% of their population live in Australia, something like that. Anyway, she's whispering to me. It's something, I can't hear it, but it's something sacred and old. So maybe getting in touch with your sacred roots, your ancestors. She's doing a little sort of dance here. She's in the outfit, you know. She's holding like a mat that's being made, and it's something to do with community as well. So I'm thinking if you've picked card number 4, it's important for you to get in touch with your local community. And the card that comes out is the 6 of Swords. So this is basically making good speed, moving away from a situation that was maybe a bit anxiety provoking or a bit uncomfortable. Okay, so making good speed concerning your spiritual life, your subconscious. You might not know where you're going, but you are getting to where you need to go. Okay, again, the symbolism of the star in the sky, that's been a bit of a theme today. The star in the sky giving you hopeful signs and just saying don't give up, keep going where you're going, even if you don't know where you're going. Okay, but it's pleasant and you're making good speed. And again, she's got the blue and green she's wearing. So blue and green, of course, green the money, but also growth, and blue, it's about your throat, getting your message out in the world and so forth. Number 5 is alive. What do I see for you, number 5? Okay, this is all very futuristic. I'm walking down a path. There's lots of rounded columns and curved surfaces. And okay. You could be feeling like you're going around in circles sometimes. Okay, so you're trying to make progress. You're trying to get ahead. But it's the same old, and it all looks the same. We're on this place where I am at the moment. Just keep going. Again, don't give up. You will get out of this circle thing, whatever it is. The other thing is, though, spirit often comes down through the top of the crown chakra in like a spiral, and it could be a sort of reference to that, you know, your crown chakra opening up and more spiritual energy coming into your body. The card that comes up is the 3 of Wands. Okay, a group of people all inspired to work on a project or work on something together. You don't always get on, but you can manage to have some sort of success. Okay, you see the world quite differently to each other, but you're all passionate about whatever this thing is that you know, whether it's a group project at work, whether it's a family, you know, discussing what's going to happen with your parents' house or something like that. But there's some sort of spiritual thing holding you together, like a spiritual connection, but you don't always agree because you're completely different people. But you can get the job done. So even though it might appear uphill and down dale sometimes, eventual success is likely. All right, let's have a look here. We've only got one major arcana here, the Hermit card at number 2. We've got Cups, Pentacles, Swords and Wands. Very balanced, isn't it? With all of the 4 suites there. A more or less normal week. The other thing, Swords is making me think about Mercury moving forward after the 15th, which is just as well, just in time for Christmas. You could be very active out and about and getting things done. I want to also say, do check your transactions on your credit card statements too, please, because with Mercury retrograde now, you know, sometimes the tricksters are about. So do check that. And Mercury does look after transactions and, you know, credit cards and that sort of thing. All right, so that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching today. I am finishing off with the horoscopes now. They'll be on my website. Starting tomorrow, they'll be going up. I'm still at Sagittarius, but I'll get that done. They're really long and involved. Very in-depth horoscopes this year. I'm having to cut them back. Some of them were over 3,000 words. It was like writing a novel. So I'm cutting them back. But yeah, very involved, very interesting to me anyway. And 2025, it's a year of fire and air energy. A lot of the major planets are going into fire and air, and the exception is Jupiter, which is going into Cancer, which is water. But next year it will be going into Leo, so that will be very fiery. Next year they'll all be in fire and air signs. So yeah, a lot of technology, a lot of thinking, fiery times. Okay, thanks for joining me. If you're new, subscribe and be alive, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.